Tourism numbers see a slight dip in St. Johns County. As the summer season rolls on, tourism numbers in St. Johns County are showing signs of a slowdown, part of a trend being seen across the state of Florida. While families still enjoy attractions across St. Augustine and St. Johns County, data suggests fewer people are spending big on local experiences. According to Susan Phillips with the St. Johns County Visitor and Convention Bureau, hotel occupancy is holding steady compared to last year, but visitors appear more cautious with their wallets, spending less on attractions, dining, and entertainment. At the Alligator Farm, General Director John Brugan reports attendance is down about 5%. Rising costs from food to wages are putting additional pressure on operations. Restaurants on St. George Street are also seeing a dip, according to Cindy Stavely, who oversees multiple businesses, including St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum and Colonial Quarter.
Frequent guest of the show.
Frequent guest. Phillips says in a soft economy, travelers may still come, but they're trimming expenses wherever possible. Officials and business owners alike say they're hopeful for a bump heading into late summer and fall, but for now, tourism dollars in the nation's oldest city aren't stretching quite as far as they used to. All right, Troy, as our resident hotelier, adjacent, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm right in the thick of it. No, everything's kind of like she's saying, Susan's saying it's flat. Visitor, we've kind of increased over the last 3 years, and I think there's a little Florida burnout because Florida was the first state that was open. So I think we're still seeing some of that Florida burnout. But one of the statements she's making is they're not spending as much when they get here. I think they're just being a little more frugal and just, their entire life's that way. It's not just their travel expenses. Yeah. They're kind of looking at everything. I mean, we're all doing it.
Yeah.
So I think that is a factor. We haven't seen a huge dip because most of our hotels are right in the heart of it in downtown.
Yeah.
And the people on the outskirts, the people at the interstate, and those guys see it first, and they're definitely getting hit.
Yeah.
So we're next. We know we're next. So it's not like a big dive. I think it's more of a plateau.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And I think when things stabilize again, I think we'll have a good fall and a good winter.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I can say that when we went to Nashville just recently for the wedding, we definitely did it on the cheap. We were close to Costco and a Publix, and so we bought food and we brought it into our little refrigerator. Rather than going out to restaurants for every meal, we got fried chicken at Publix and we ate in the room. Rather than going into the Country Music Hall of Fame, which is what some of my kids wanted to do, we went to the gift shop and we spent some time in the gift shop, and you got to take pictures outside, but we couldn't justify $130 for 5 people to go into the Country Music Hall of Fame. We went to an art museum that was free for all 3 of my kids. And so we walked around Nashville. We experienced Nashville, but we did it on the cheap because
and that's the thing about St. Augustine. There is, if you shop properly, there's a lot of ways to see the city without spending a whole lot of money. Even the trolleys is a savings.
Yeah.
Because you're moving from place to place. So, and you can kind of hop on, hop off all day long.
You're not paying to park at multiple places.
I think it's still less than $30. It's right around that area. And obviously they take care of kids. And if you have a local with you, that one rides free with another paid person. So it's not an expensive town compared to a lot of other towns. That same trolley ride in Boston's like $70.
Yeah.
So, a lot. Yeah. So.
And you get free perks with the Old Town Trolley ticket. You get the History Museum, but you also get discounted entries into other museums around town. Yeah. Which is very cool.
So no, there's definitely it's not a panic situation.
Yeah.
But it's something we got to keep our eye on, and do what we can, and we have good people sitting there with Susan Phillips sitting there, and being able to make the adjustments as we need to advertise. So
I would say animal habitats are probably panicking because there's been a huge propaganda campaign against animals in captivity, and so zoos and aquariums were hurting for money before the thing in 2020 happened, and now everything has just continued to snowball. So if you support local zoos and aquariums and the work that they're doing, I would suggest buying annual passes, getting things at the gift shop just to help them out and get them through this slump, because what is being felt in the hotels and restaurants right now, it's getting felt harder in animal habitats, which is why I think it's interesting that we quoted the alligator farm in that story.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's a zoo. I mean, that's definitely an attraction. So they would see, and everything's kind of to scale. Like, if the parking lot's not full, that percentage. I mean, it's kind of everything's to scale. Restaurants, everybody should be down about the same unless somebody's really not doing a good job.
Yeah.
And the people that were quoted, they all do a good job. So.
Yeah. Zoos and aquariums just started lower. They were already down because of the movies like The Cove and movies like Blackfish, which are false in my opinion. But those kinds of movies kind of put people into a sort of iffy quandary about whether to support zoos and aquariums. If it's an AZA approved zoo or aquarium, you've got a zoo that's gone over and above to make sure that they have reached high certification levels. You can feel good about supporting those types of facilities. But they were already on the lower end of their earning potential before this downward trend started. So they're a little further down the hill.
Yeah, but I also do have a question about like our possible like next slowdown, which is like late August, like early September before Sing Out Loud Festival. I know we have St. Augustine Commissioner Cynthia Garris in the comments, so we appreciate her joining us today. But my question is like so if we didn't have like Sing Out Loud Festival to help us like with the downtown hotels, what would like our hotel like industry look like if we didn't have that festival, and how's like the booking for like all your hotels during that weekend as well?
August is going to be rough, and it comes down to storms too. And September's a funny month. It depends on when Labor Day actually falls. Because we usually have a good weekend in Labor Day, which this year it falls kind of on I think it falls like in the 7th. Oh no, it falls on the 1st. So it's going to it's going to make August look better than September because just the way the weekends fall. But without Sing Out Loud in September, you're just keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
And restaurants are losing money in September. August and September, restaurants are losing money. And that's why it's a struggle. It's a struggle being in that business. That's why such a high percentage of restaurants fail. Because, that margin is so tight. In the hotel world, we know how to downscale. I mean, we can kind of close off certain sections of the hotels and stuff. And actually, it's a good time to catch up. We're going into Night of Light soon. So we can do some repairs and do some of those things.
Yeah.
Granted, would we like to be busy year round? No. Or, yes, we would. But I mean, it does help us catch up.
Yeah.
Planning it during that time. But August is usually the worst. It's going to look a little bit better because Labor Day weekend kind of pushes, is in August.
Yeah,
so.
It starts in August. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and then should there be a way for like hotel restaurants to possibly like do like incentives or like deals for like local residents to like say like, hey, if you come into our restaurant here at like let's say the Renaissance, then you get like a certain % off, or like you get like deals with that. So like
I love the fact that you just put people on sale. No. No, and you can do some promotions and things like that. And I know the trolleys do a lot of stuff for locals in September. And a lot of the attractions do stuff for locals in September. But even doing the people, the BOGOs or whatever you want to do, it's still, you got to get the people there, and it's about volume, and it's about getting the numbers there. September Sing Out Loud. I think the Sing Out Loud's the weekend of the September 19th, 20th, and 21st. I think the concerts are on the 20th and 21st. That's definitely going to help. I mean, we can't. September's always been the notorious hurricane month. It's always been the notorious slow month. And Sing Out Loud, we're trying to create, a seasonal event that works for everybody in the city.
Right on. So all you prayers and all you positive energy people, positive energy for September and Sing Out Loud weekend. Keep those storms away.
No storms.
All right. St. Johns County